20 times the champions of it. And Bono's in and scores for Manchester United. On an Old Trafford hat-trick here, Mo Salah. Oh, yeah!
Aston Villa absolutely gifted you 3 points at the weekend, by the way. And I don't know if you noticed, you probably disagree, but how much have you heard Arne Slot talk about in the media, particularly after the Man United game, particularly after the Brentford game, how he didn't like the way that teams were setting up against him because they weren't playing into his hands, playing long balls, not keeping possession at the back so Liverpool could press them. What do Villa go and do? And how does that first goal go in? Playing around the back, passing around the back.
Yeah.
Right?
I agree. But you can only beat what's in front of you.
Yeah.
And that's not...
No, but and I agree with that. Like United fans always come under, or United always come under a lot of scrutiny because we beat Sunderland and it's like, oh, it's only Sunderland. But with Villa, everyone knows and has figured out how to play against Liverpool, and then they go and do the exact opposite of what has been proven to beat Liverpool.
With players like Watkins and Rodgers that can get in behind, and how terrible our line has been throughout the whole season, I was shocked that they didn't. I'll give you that. They didn't gift it us.
They gifted it you.
We still have to beat them. Teams
yeah, of course you have to beat them, but they gave you, like, we and Brentford and 4 other teams who Liverpool just lost to, we've given you the blueprints to beat Liverpool this season.
Yeah.
The arrogance to then go, I'm going to play my own way, start passing around the back when Liverpool are pressing at Anfield.
Yeah. And they haven't got the players to be doing that, Villa. Really.
No. Emi Martinez is not a great goalkeeper with his feet. I'm not expecting... I mean, Pau Torres has got good passing range, but do I want him with the ball under pressure when Salah and these players are... obviously Ekitike's got a lot of energy. Just play it long. Play it long.
Maybe they're thinking because of Van Dijk and Konate and the height, and Ollie Watkins.
But that didn't make a difference when it was against Brentford. Brentford were playing Eagle Thiago. Don't get me wrong; he's got a little bit about him. He's strong, but then you had Kevin Schade. You had that pace round that were really hurting. You've got players like Kamara. You've got players like John McGinn. You've got players like Buendia. If you wanted to play him, players who can thread the ball through lines and quickly counter.
Yeah.
Then you've got Rodgers and Watkins who can run off it. And
what a player he is, by the way. Even though they didn't do much, Morgan Rodgers, again, top player. And they almost want to play through the lines because they've got him. But you are spot on. They needed to play over the top and be more direct.
Because do you know what? This now feels like, Liverpool will get a bit of confidence. I noticed Salah, particularly after sort of 20 minutes, realised that, this is what I like to play against. This is who I am. Yeah, this is the sort of team that I like to play against. And Villa just walked straight into that, and Salah had I thought a really good game as well. Yeah,
and he's been missing for a long time, and I don't blame him. I don't think he should have been playing. His head wasn't in it. Whether that midweek travesty against Palace of leaving these players out and giving them a bit of headspace. That was
shocking, wasn't it?
It was the
As a United fan, I'm watching that and I'm looking at the lineup. I'm thinking, look, that's not great. Then I look at the bench. I couldn't believe the bench.
It was the bench, and so a lot of us, obviously, we're all in group chats, and I speak to Liverpool fans every day. The overriding feeling was, you better beat Villa.
Yeah,
there's no excuse if you don't beat Villa. Then
that's what I mean. Look how much pressure was on you.
100%.
Villa could have rocked up, sat 5 men at the back, sat everyone behind the ball, play long balls, play counter attack. Know what Liverpool don't like.
Do you know what I think their problem was? That they started well. If they'd have set up from the start to invite that and then given us a sort of a false sense of confidence, then they may have gone for it a bit more. That Rodgers chance where he hit the post early on, I think they thought they could get at us, which they probably could have.
They could.
Yeah.
There's no doubt that Villa
but then it went half-assed, didn't they?
It was just like you're playing the ball around the back when you've got Anfield up.
And they'd had warnings. That wasn't the first time.
Yeah. I was really disappointed by it, and I thought Liverpool's obviously, but I thought Liverpool's run should have continued because teams. Who have you got next? City, right? City. If City have the arrogance to go there and try and play the same way that Villa did, playing from the back, go there and cater to the team you're playing against. Be pragmatic. Sit 11 men behind the ball. They did it against Arsenal. Go and play that exact same way, and you'll beat Liverpool.
Yeah, and I said, amongst others, that isn't it mental? So it's kind of like agreeing with Arne Slot, I guess. Teams that want to play football against us will get found out, which I know is your point.
Yeah.
Don't play football against us.
Yeah.
Which, you're right. I still don't agree with the gifted thing.
That's on a plate for you. Here you go. How do you like to play? Okay, we're going to do exactly what allows you to play.
Do you think it's like that age-old sort of respect thing? Gave us too much respect, or do you not? Or do you think they didn't give us enough respect?
It didn't give you enough respect. Thinking that you can rock up at Anfield and play out from the back like you do, and I was so disappointed by it. I mean, I
think it's a turning point.
That is why I'm so angry about how Villa played. The reason I'm angry is because there was an opportunity to really put Liverpool to the sword and go, right, Liverpool, you're not getting out of this. You've got to figure out a way to beat these teams. Instead,
it's the adaptive managerial thing we talk about all the time.
How much pressure was he going to be under if you lost to Villa? Villa set up exactly that way. He's got to change his whole theory.
While we're on this, you may not have seen it. The amount of online Liverpool fans calling for Arne Slot's head.
Really?
Like cutthroat, not, if we get a result here or whatever. It was pure slot out. Can you imagine living your life like that? Can you imagine living your life that you think the game of football is a computer game and that you lose a couple of games? You don't stick by your team through thick and thin. You can't see that there's clearly something that's wrong but is very fixable.
To play devil's advocate, it's fixable when teams play the way you want it. The reason why Arne Slot has been so, he's come out in press conferences and been so upset, and he's really felt that, because you saw the interview after Brentford, you saw the interview after United saying that they didn't play this way or this way. Like, buddy, we're not going to play the way you want to play. No. That's not how football works. So he would have been under so much pressure to change his system. And I'm not saying that you can't do it, but in the Premier League, you have to give those problems to these teams. Otherwise, they're just going to do what they did: slice through you when they've got the opportunity, and just press the life out of you and win the ball back. Salah's first goal, which was a great finish, by the way, underrated finish that. And they weren't under. I know you're talking about presses and things like that. They weren't under huge amounts of a press. The press got better throughout the game. Yeah, but it was because Liverpool understood that. Oh, they're not going to do what we expected them to do. What we think that they should do. Great, let's go and do what we do. Especially in a day and age now, we've talked about it before, about the amount of analytics and data that other teams have. They've got a week to prepare, 2 weeks to prepare for certain games. They've watched us lose 5 out of 6 games, or 6 out of 7, bar Frankfurt, and they haven't gone there. I do agree with that. I thought it was mental. I also thought, before anyone comes at me that I'm agreeing with a United fan, I also thought that we were brilliant in comparison to how we've been. Yeah, you were good. Yeah, I mean, you were decent enough. Or individual brilliant performances, but were better as a team. But like I said, the blueprint was there. And if you want a blueprint, there's no better blueprint than Palace, because there's this running joke that Liverpool really can't play against Palace. Well, Oliver Glasner has set up a team and a system where he knows how to get at Liverpool's weaknesses. Well, you've played Palace how many times this season? Twice. 64. You've played Palace 3 times. Shield, League, Carabao. Lost all 3. Lost all 3. Right. So maybe if I'm Unai Emery, do I just go, okay, well, there's something there then. Look. Let's have instead, no, let's play the exact opposite in the exact way Arne Slot beat so many teams last season. It's arrogance, isn't it? It just did when my head in. When you think about it. He's a great manager, but what is he doing? I understand the frustration, because the amount of times in history, and it will happen this season, where we'll get beat by a team comfortably or easily, and then they'll go to you guys and roll over. So the frustration, I completely get it, because you see it all the time. Like, we smashed those 6-0, and then they'll go and beat you guys, or you batter someone, and then they come and beat us, and you're like, what's going on? Well, Sunderland will be a prime example, because we beat them fairly comfortably, and they're beating a lot of teams, and they're making it way difficult. Stamford Bridge, Chelsea, and talking to United, please do. I don't think people should I don't think people should go too far one way or too far the other way. The draw happened. It's a point away from home. Considering how we've been away from home, there were a lot of chances for Forest to win that game. I'm not upset with a point. And, this time last season we're playing that game, we lose that
100%.
game. So there is
for
growth.
the last 10 seasons, I think.
Yeah, there's a lot of growth, and I'm seeing a lot of good signs from Man United. I'm seeing a lot of good relationships develop on the pitch. I'm seeing a manager who's now looks like he's enjoying himself for the first time. He's actually going.
I think he's enjoying himself a little bit too much, saying that he's going to win a league, or he wants to win the league.
But that's what. But
I know.
I said to you at the start of the season, right? United. We can talk about finishing top half because of where we finished last season. We can finishing top 4. Manchester United should be challenging for a trophy. Yeah. They should be challenging for a Premier League title. If we've got a system or a manager or club directors who don't believe that's a possibility, then we're miles off it. That's not who Man United are. So it might seem delusional that I'm saying to you, United need to go and challenge for a title and this is the season. If we're not, then what are we doing?
I get it. I do. I really get it. And it's that I think listeners or watchers of an older age or a younger age than us will maybe have a slightly different outlook on it because they'll have grown up either with the bad times in
United winning everything and United winning nothing.
Yeah. So you'll have a different outlook on it. For you, absolutely. The United that you grew up with, loving, supported from the school ages of the playground tees and all that sort of stuff, you were the biggest club, you won everything, and so for you that is an absolute must. We should be, and the size of your club, absolutely,
that's what dictates it for me. It's not our history,
right?
The size of the club, the money you spend, the players that we brought in as well, by the way. Mateus Cunha and Brian Mbeumo, if they hadn't come to your Man United, they'd be going to a top club in Europe, and I'm talking a club that's going to challenge for a title. They're at Man United. Why are we saying that these players aren't? It's like as soon as they signed, it was like they're average players.
Yeah.
Well, no, they were some of the best, 2 of the best players in one of the best. I would say one of the strongest leagues last season in terms of goals, in terms of output. They were right up there. And Burma scored 20 goals. Cunha, nobody could play against him, and he scored 14 Premier League goals. I think it was maybe 20 goals.
Wolves, by the way,
all competitions. He's their talisman. So we've gone and got these 2 top players. To say that we can't challenge for a title or shouldn't be thinking about it is absolutely outrageous.
You've reminded me, and I don't want Liverpool fans coming at me already because I hate Man United, and a lot of you will agree with what I say on certain things. I try to be as neutral when we're talking football and purely football. I try to be as neutral as possible. I take my Liverpool head out of certain things. And we've got a clip of me and you talking about transfer windows where you asked me who's had the better transfer window 2-on-2 out of Wirtz and Ekitike or
Cunha and Mbeumo.
Right now, everyone's heavily taking the piss out of Florian Wirtz. And Ekitike's done well.
Who are you taking right now? If you could do the transfer window over again, you got Wirtz and Ekitike, would you swap those 2 for Cunha and Mbeumo? You're mad. No, and you're. Do you know why you've got that headspace, right? You've got that headspace because they now play for Liverpool. You take that headspace out.
Oh yeah, the neutrals will be laughing at the fact that I've said that.
Yeah, but neutrals laughed at me when I said that at the start of the season. When I said that. Honestly, I remember seeing the comments and like it was almost like they thought I was insane. Like not just like just doing it for a clip. They thought I was actually insane.
Yeah, they did actually.
That is not controversial. Cunha and Mbeumo were the 2 best players in the Premier League. 2 of the best players in the Premier League last season.
Wirtz being an unknown.
Wirtz has never played in the Premier League. Ekitike has never played in the Premier League, and a lot of Liverpool fans didn't even want Ekitike.
See, I almost think it's the other. No, we didn't, and I'll be first hand.
He's brilliant.
I think I put in a group chat that going from Isak to Ekitike, it was like going from a Rolls Royce to Renault or something, because we just don't know. And you think that Alexander Isak, if he comes in, is going to score bagfuls of goals, which he may well do, and I hope he does. But I almost think it's the other way around. I think because it was before they'd kicked a ball, everyone, which I always think is a ridiculous thing to do, is hype up a player. Look at, I was probably one of them. Kirkes for Bournemouth last season. Arguably, him or Robinson were the best left backs in the league. He looked like he would come in seamlessly, perfectly.
Played in the Premier League, proven,
and he's been
can do it at a smaller side now. Maybe doesn't have so much pressure on him
to be the small fish in a big in a big pond, or a big fish, big fish in a small pond. but he's been one of our worst performers over the entire course.
I think Wirtz will turn it around.
Yeah, he's too good, mate. His technical ability. Don't chat shit, because you were the person that said to me years ago that he will be one of the best midfielders in the world.
I think that's proven right. This doesn't suit him.
I think it will. Fabinho, Andy Robertson in recent years, players that, okay, may not have had that hype around them, but they needed a little bit of time to adjust. And look at where they got to. Fabinho, arguably for 2 seasons, the best DM in the world.
I just don't think he's got the time to do it.
I think he has. You don't pay 100.
The club will give him time. What I don't think he has is time with the fans and time with social media. The way that fans on social media react so quickly, that pressure builds up. When you start seeing your name bantering about your name as a footballer, they see it, they watch everything.
Virgil said it the other night. He said he sees the outside media noise.
If that is happening to you every week, you can never recover your confidence.
It's not Liverpool fans at the moment, though, and I think it will continue to be like that as long as we're winning games. And we've had it, because we've had it with these players in the past that haven't hit the ground running straight away. They get the time. Yes, we've also... Look at Nunes, mate.
Liverpool fans might give him the time, fair enough.
Look at Nunes. It's the opposition fans, this whole 007, 008, 009...
But look what happened to Nunes. He was moved on.
Yeah, but Nunes and Florian Wirtz, in terms of raw ability...
Who are you taking right now?
Wirtz.
Who's scoring more? Who's assisting more?
Yeah, but Saudi League, mate, come on. Ronaldo's
this time last
64
season,
and he's still scoring.
When Darwin Núñez first came in, his first season, I guarantee he had better stats than Florian Wirtz.
Yeah, but we're 7 games in. This is what we forget. We're
but we're not 7 games in. We're 10, 11 games in. He's played in the League Cup. He's played in the Champions League a few times, and he played in the Premier League. At what point have you seen Florian Wirtz show you or demonstrate that he can?
Loads of times.
Really?
Loads of times. He, up until very recently, which I think Bruno may have overtaken him, he was creating the most chances. It's not his fault that Mo Salah could not finish for weeks on end. That's not his fault. He could have had an assist against Chelsea immediately after coming on. We'd done nothing in that entire game.
I agree with you. I say it's a little bit like it's a bit.
I can see you smirking when
but at the same time, I would be worried if I was a Liverpool fan. I wouldn't be confident.
Coming out from the back.
We are going to do a combined Man United versus Liverpool 11, and it's based off current. So this season, let's start in goal. Who are you taking?
Alisson.
Not Mamadashvili. Not Sene Lomans, the new.
Do you know what? I don't mind him from what I've seen, and I mean anything's an improvement on Onana. Yeah. But I think
it's Alisson. I'll agree with you.
The fact that we were 5 out of 6 with him playing,
he's overrated, but it's him. Right back.
It's not Dalot.
It can't be Conor Bradley.
No, but it could be Szoboszlai, depending on who we go.
I'll go with that. I'll go with Szoboszlai at right back.
Depending on who goes in centre mid.
Okay, so you're 2 for 2. Left back.
I think Robertson's been better than Dorgu and Kirkers in the cameos he's made or when he started.
I think I'll agree.
Which isn't good, by the way. This isn't good.
Yeah, our fullbacks are one of the weakest. For United, I don't like it.
Conor Bradley had a really good game against Villa, but
okay. If we just bring it back and put Ahmad into that conversation at right back,
I think it's hard because you're going right back against right wing back there.
I'll go Szoboszlai. I'm happy to let you have that one. I'll let you have Robertson as well. Oh my God, we're 3 out of 3. Centre backs.
Oh,
Van Dijk.
Yeah.
And
sorry, I didn't think that was a debate. I thought it was just...
No, it isn't.
No.
Yeah.
Not Konate. He was shocking.
Konate versus De Ligt versus Maguire versus Yoro versus Luke Shaw.
This season, De Ligt, I'd probably say.
I think De Ligt's been our best centre-back this season. I think Eleni Yoro's got the highest ceiling. I think Luke Shaw's been okay.
This is where
I'd have put up more a fight if I was you for Konate there.
It's garbage for 4 or 5 games. Garbage. Head wasn't in it. All this Real Madrid talk. It was
good against United.
It was frightening. Yeah, and again against Villa. But prior to that, really worrying. There was people when it rumoured that he was signing a new contract. People were actively saying, "Don't bother." That's how bad it was. And I really like Canate.
So we're going to Ligt.
I'll let you have it.
I'm not fighting for it.
No, I'm not fighting for Canate.
Wow. Okay, we'll go to Ligt. Okay, with 3 out of 4.
Endo?
Central midfield. Let's go with defensive. Ryan Gravenberch.
I think so.
2 alongside
Bruno.
Bruno's,
Or you go in Cam.
Bruno's going in, yeah?
Yeah. I can't stand the bloke. I despise him.
Start of the season. I got pelters from you and from you, people watching, for suggesting that Bruno Fernandes would walk into Liverpool's team. Was I right?
Walking in, no.
He walked into that side.
We were just talking about non-buy. I just can't stand him. Maybe it's that. Maybe people will tell me. Liverpool fans will tell me.
Take all that away. Think about the player on the pitch.
Player, mate. He's a brilliant
He's better than McAllister.
They're different, though, aren't they? He's 1,000,000% been better than McAllister this season. He wasn't last season.
Oh, he was better than McAllister last season. Mate, see the numbers he was putting up.
I don't care. Don't care.
That's something I can't get my head around. It's purely because Liverpool are winning. When Liverpool are winning, every single player is the best player in the world to Liverpool.
Yeah, that's football.
It's Liverpool fans. If you are winning, everyone's the best. Trent was the best right back in the world. Robertson was the best left back in the world. Alisson's the best goalkeeper in the world. Van Dijk's the best centre back in the world. Salah's the best player in the world. Literally, all I hear, McAllister's the best central midfielder in the world. Why don't you win everything then? Why'd you win 1 title in 5 years, 2 titles in 30 years? If all these players are the best, and it's the same with Van Dijk, we'll see it now. We'll see who's on the phone. Who's on the phone?
Just National Brain Institution.
Terrible burn. This is the problem with Liverpool fans. They go hard in the paint when you're winning. As soon as you're not, and as you've just demonstrated, all of a sudden your players aren't that good.
Get the WhatsApps up.
What's up?
Get the WhatsApps up after you beat us. All of a sudden, you were winning the league. You're back. Matey's going to get his hair cut.
Bruno Fernandes.
Sure.
We've got Bruno. We've got Gravenberch. Can I make an argument for Casemiro?
You can make an argument because currently McAllister's been way off it, so it's not.
Who scored more Premier League goals this season, Casemiro or Ekitike?
He was in a higher position in the table
by 1 point. Casemiro has as many goals as Ekitike has.
Yeah, because he's a fat-headed yard dog that just gets on the end of everything.
Okay, well,
deflection.
From a previous episode, I said Casemiro's legs weren't gone.
They are.
They are.
He would have scored yesterday if his legs were.
He did score.
Scored another one.
Well, you want to score a brace every week. He's a central defensive midfielder.
How much he cost you?
75 million quid. Good player, mate.
Right, so the argument about Wirtz.
All right, who are you having in there instead of Casemiro?
Curtis Jones.
I'll have Casemiro over Curtis Jones. I'll let you have, since we've got Zoboszlai at right back, I'll let you have McAllister.
It would have been, you reckon?
Yeah, I'll go
this season.
McAllister, Gravenberch, Bruno.
I'm happy to say that this season, obviously, the start, then yes, on paper, you would probably put Casemiro. I'm happy to say that. I don't think at this point, Casemiro is one of the best midfielders in the world, if not the best in that position. I'm not saying at their peaks that McAllister is better than Casemiro, right now he's a better player. But I also would agree that Casemiro is having a better season. And if we're saying right now,
because his legs aren't gone, because I was right. It's fine if you guys want to just admit that I was right. No one will ever admit that I was right.
No, because it's too painful for us.
Yeah, it hurts. Okay, right wing. And Burmo.
Yeah, what I was thinking then is you can't tell me Ahmad when you've just tried to put him in for the right back.
Burmo right wing this season over Salah.
This season so far, yes.
And
if anyone comes at me for that, he is the king. I absolutely adore the bloke. I said that he shouldn't be playing to let him get his head sorted out. Yes, you're going to say that, but this is circumstantial, and we'll talk about this in the different things. I'm not doing it now. But right now, you can't argue that it wouldn't be in Burma. Move on.
So Salah's overrated. Left wing, Cunha or Gakpo?
I think Gakpo's had a better return.
Cunha's only scored once.
Again,
if you're going into City next week, would you rather start Gakpo or Cunha?
Cunha probably.
So Cunha's going.
I like Gakpo. I think his numbers are brilliant. I think he's lazy and I think he's inconsistent.
Wow. I like Gakpo.
I really like him.
I'm having Cunha. I think Cunha's
But I would
numbers
probably
don't
have
reflect how good he is and how good he has been.
Mate, we're going to get murdered. You're not going to get murdered. You're agreeing with me all the time.
Striker. Sesko or Ekitike?
It's not one of yours. It's Ekitike, isn't it?
I'll go with Ekitike. I think he's been brilliant this season.
So you've had Cunha and Bumo, Fernandes, De Ligt. So we've got a 4-7 split.
Yeah, and I think that's pretty fair. And I think probably the league, the results, everything probably reflects that at the moment.
I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
Well done.
Oh. That must have hit me really hard. We are going to preview next week.
Yep.
I don't want to talk about Man United in a way that is biased, but going into this game at the weekend, after the results and after seeing how poor Tottenham were, I think we got a good chance to beat them. I didn't before that.
I think you might be.
It's a good question. Don't know.
We are. If you're at home, you beat them. They were shocking.
Yeah, but they were poor and they were at home against Chelsea.
And the attitude, the Jed Spence and
that is something's up there. I mean, we won't go into it too much.
Away 12:30 on a Saturday. That's a rough fixture then.
Well, it's a quick turnaround then. The way Jed Spence came off the pitch, the way Van de Ven came off the pitch, these are two really important players for Tottenham. And if the manager hasn't got him on his side,
he's come out afterwards.
I don't understand that.
He said that Thomas Frank in an interview said that he understands that every player wants to win games and will be disappointed with their own performances. And I can't remember who the interviewer was, but she said, "Well, does that sit right with you? That was the reaction?" And he kind of like glazed over it. You should be coming out and saying
it wouldn't sit right with me. I would not be happy with that.
That's a public show of disrespect,
yeah.
And that you're potentially just not with him, which I think is a bit crazy. But they're not playing good football. I think they started really well, but is that new manager bounce? They enjoyed playing a slightly different style of football to Ange Postecoglou.
What would Jed Spence be so upset about? How was he deployed in that system that made him upset? Because he was given license to get forward and back. He was up and down that pitch, that left-hand side. It's not that he's playing out of position because he can play left back or right back. Why is he upset and why is Van de Ven upset?
If it's directly at Thomas Frank and wasn't
felt like it.
It did, didn't it? Yeah. It was it seemed personal.
Yeah.
If it was directly at him, the only thing can be the deployment of certain tactics. As in maybe sitting back rather than going forward, or they
had opportunity to. They were terrible on the ball, and the thing is, fair enough if they had a system like, remember that time where Anthony threw a fit because he had to play left back against Liverpool. I understand that, but I don't. But I understand that what they were doing was on the pitch. The fault was on the pitch. The players weren't good enough on the ball. They weren't finding passes.
They couldn't string two passes.
They had a free kick 2/3 of the pitch and went backwards. And obviously the Tottenham fans are absolutely raging at it, and I would be as well.
You just can't do that.
How is this Thomas Frank's fault unless he's actively told them don't go forward?
That's the only thing, because we've said it a million times. I think that there should be some buck falling with managers a lot in certain cases, whether it's substitutions or tactics or whatever. But at the end of the day, you've made it that far to be in a starting 11 of a top team in the Premier League. Make your own decisions. Mm-hmm. And if you've got to take a bollocking off the manager at the end, and you can justify it, do it. Don't they're not robots, you know. What? So what? They get fined 2 weeks' wages. Oh no.
Well, I just think it felt weird.
Yeah, and it didn't seem right.
We we see a lot of play. Like Amorim talked about it early in the season. He came out and said that I don't think these players basically want me as their manager, and that was really weird to say. But I didn't see that on the pitch.
That's actually quite narcissistically manipulative. That's like your ex saying, "Oh, you obviously don't want me."
Obviously, don't, yeah. It was a strange comment, but then this I think is worse.
Yeah,
because it's public and it's not him saying, it's not Thomas Frank saying it, it's the players.
And just say in that interview, yeah, I'm going to be having words with him about it and we're going to sort it out. Even that, done.
Standards at this club are well above that and that shouldn't happen again. We'll move on.
Or we've already had the chat. Lie.
Yeah, we've had the chat. It's all sorted. Players were angry at the result. I was as well.
It's a really interesting game that. I've got my views on Saturday 12:30s. Whether that's for travel, fan-wise, whether it's the atmosphere, because it's a sleepy sort of mid-afternoon or start of the afternoon, the fact that it's a day changer from a 3 o'clock or a 5:30 or an 8 o'clock. And on top of that, if you want to carry on with momentum, I don't think you can afford 2 dropped point results. Because of the history of the mentality.
Yeah, I think it's a big time to turn up and get a point or 3.
Yeah,
Tottenham's not easy to go.
Almost like a must not lose.
Yeah, they've beat City there this season. So what I'd be happy with, I'd go away with a point, and I'd go away with a decent defensive display because that's been our biggest weakness.
Same.
Yeah. What about you?
After watching City, we watched it just before we started recording this, and it's just about stopping Erling Haaland. They've got other players that can hurt you, granted, but you stop him. He's the
who the second top goal scorer for Man City in the Premier League is this season?
Esteve?
Yeah.
Own goals?
Yeah.
And everyone
else has scored one. Yeah. I think, and the interviewer asked Haaland, asked Pep, didn't they? And said, you're a one-man team and things like that. And obviously not, because there's players like Foden, there's players like Cherky who can get the ball to him. Yes, but if you stop Haaland from scoring, sometimes you can't stop City from creating, but if you can stop Haaland from scoring, so I'm talking, don't stand 3 yards behind the last man in your back four, which has happened tonight.
Yeah,
and don't allow him that space.
He had.
It's hard. It's easier said than done.
Of course it is. And what Pep and the City team are very clever at is manipulating you into pushing up or just dragging one out.
Yeah.
I think we've got more intelligent centre backs if they're on it than that, but it's away.
These are the games I fancy Liverpool in. But who's the better side right now? Man City.
Yeah.
But these are the games.
I think who's the better side overall? You could also argue Man City, but I think we have got the potential to be the better side if we go back to last season. I mean, we beat them 2-0 away.
Yeah.
And it was comfortable.
Last season.
They were, but it's so doable.
It is, yeah.
If we stop him, which is way easier said than done, we've conceded 14 already this season, which is mental after 7 games for Liverpool with Van Dijk at the back. You just expect there to be a lack of goals. I think not having Alisson's a big miss. I think it's one of these games and one of these fixtures where you need the experience of everyone. I'd be really surprised if Robertson doesn't play.
I think he'll play, won't he?
But we've got the small task of Real Madrid midweek on Tuesday.
The thing is, every player's going to want to play both games, so they'll get through it. So physically, they're not going to be complaining if they play both games.
But it's to what detriment does that end up having? That stubbornness of I'm fine to play, but then if you're not 100% on it, these are the 2 games. They're season-defining games through momentum, performance, and quite possibly the result could affect. I mean, we lost to Galatasaray. We beat Frankfurt and Atletico, but we could easily go to Marseille and lose.
Yeah.
Karabag and PSV should be givens, and then we got Inter away. But there's some lower teams in that Champions League that are performing, and we would expect to get through to the 24. But you look at PSG last season; they only scraped getting through. Yeah. It's so easily done to miss out on that. So
and a lot of those smaller teams are playing smaller teams,
right?
So the 3 points, and all of a sudden you've got 2 or 3 really poor teams that got 9 points, 6 points.
And that's what I mean about momentum. And then obviously City, I think, I don't like saying never so early, but I think we lose there. They are catching up and keeping up with Arsenal.
You lose there, no title this season.
I'm hesitant to say I don't like conceding so early.
With the standard that Arsenal are setting.
I think it would be a monumental bottle if we lost to City on Sunday and Arsenal win their fixture and then we were to win the league from that point. That's monumental.
I think it's important for City to win that game. I think if City can win that game, they show their title challenges. If they don't, even if it's a point, I think Arsenal got that thing that we always talk about. Something that I love in a team that's a top side is a good spine. When your defence is really rock solid, your midfield is set. You know who's playing. You know your midfielders are playing every week, and then you got potential goals up top when you got Saka and you've got Gyökeres. I think that is the best put together side, possibly maybe in Europe at the moment.
And the entire squad as well. They've got numbers.
It's the best defence in the world.
They've got and some of those defenders are so easily interchangeable.
Yeah, you don't even notice. You know, if Ben White goes and starts next week instead of Timber, you're not surprised if Calafiori comes out and Miles Lewis-Skelly plays.
Right.
Yeah.
The centre backs are the big one, but
yeah, Saliba's been a bit below where I think his best is, but Gabriel's carrying, and it's been vice versa for him. So I think it'd be really hard to catch Arsenal. If City win, I think they could go on a charge. I think they could put real pressure on Arsenal.
Yeah,
if Liverpool win, I don't think it means much. I don't think you're going to win the title this season. At the start of the season, I thought City were. I think it's a massive, massive game.
So we've got, it's an international break after City.
Yeah.
And then it's Forest at home. So
it's 3 points.
It's huge. This game on, and they always seem to be. They always feel when we go away to the Etihad, it's never really a dead rubber, or it always feels important.
Yeah.
And this is no different. I think Arne Slot needs to really nail down his.
He needs to figure out how to get Florian Wirtz in that side.
The easiest and laziest way is say we'll put him on the left, and he was very effective off the left for Leverkusen.
I play him through the middle. I play Szoboszlai at right back, and I go into that City game with the confidence of champions. I'd be so confident with Szoboszlai at right back.
Oh,
you need to play
a job,
but I think where do you need? Sometimes the best players need to play in their best positions. Sometimes the best players need to be in the team, and to find that weakness. Liverpool's weakness is at right back at the moment. It has been actually for a little bit. When you've got him in there, I feel like he doesn't just do a good job. He's one of the best players on the pitch.
Yeah.
So I think find a way to get Wirtz in. City will let you play.
Have to.
City can let you play. You know, you counter on City. It's quite comfortable.
But they do like to dominate. So the issue I've got is they do like to dominate possession, and Szoboszlai is our biggest presser.
Yeah, he's got legs, got an engine.
Constant. And so if we're going to be winning the ball back from, otherwise they're just going to bore you to death.
Yeah, let's go for quick score predictions for those two games. United Tottenham.
1-1.
1-1. City Liverpool.
2-1 Liverpool. You thinking that as well?
Yeah, I think so.
I think we'll turn up. I think we'll want it more, potentially.
It's a game that you turn up in. You're going to read us off, sign us off. Now, you only have one take to do this. If you laugh, you have to start again. We are going to be recording this video until you get it right. If you laugh, we start again. I have 10 pictures, which I'm going to show you as you're reading this script. Any laughter, and you go back to the start.
Right, everyone, thanks for listening to this week's episode. Our call to action is all the best bits are going to be on our TikToks. Head over to TikTok at Alex Goalpost, Instagram at Alex Goalpost. Listen to us on the go via Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Just search for Alex Goalpost. You can find me on TikTok at WasLFC for all things Liverpool, and I'll be showing you how to get tickets and much, much more. Maybe not, but I probably will. Remember to subscribe to us right now on YouTube. We're trying to hit 1,000, and it's going to be a massive, massive help for us. We'll be back this week, next Monday and Wednesday, and every Monday and Wednesday for the rest of the season. Have a great week.